Hello everyone, it's Leigh here. Welcome back. July Junk Journal Challenge is my challenge that I'm hosting throughout July. So we're nearly at the end. That's the hashtag down the bottom there. So this is an open collaboration. You can join in anytime you like. We're only working on the weekdays, but you do it whenever you want to do it. It's entirely up to you. There's no rules with this one. Today's prompt is ticket, and tickets are so easy to make you wouldn't believe. A lot of you will probably know this, but all you need is a rectangle of paper and a hole punch. So I've got some scrap paper here, so scrapbook paper I should say, and I'm going to cut it into rectangles. So they'll end up about 1.5 inches wide, probably by about 3 inches long by the time I finish chopping these. So now that I've got my rectangles, I'm going to turn them into tickets. So I've got this little punch that had the plastic bottom on it to catch the offcuts, and when you take that off you can actually see where your paper is inside the punch, so you can see that. And I'm just positioning it so it's probably chopping off about half of what half a circle out of the corner, and hey presto, you've got a ticket. They're not all even, not the same size, but your eye just looks at these and it recognizes them as tickets. It doesn't look at it and go, oh, that corner's not the same as that one over there. It's just seeing the shape and telling you that it's a ticket. I'm now going to add a little bit of stamping to these, not too much because the paper's quite busy as it is. So I've got a script stamp or a text stamp and my little grid stamp, so I'm just adding a couple of them onto the tickets, and now I'm going to ink them up. So I'm using walnut stain, so this is a darker brown than the vintage photo, a little bit cooler in colour I think too. So going around the edges, and I'll just gently rub my little dauber over the surface of the ticket just to take a little bit of that whiteness away. That is a very white paper. And they're ready to rock and roll. I've a couple of other bits and pieces from my little stash on the desk that I'm going to add into this creation. And what I'm going to do with my tickets is, they're not going to be tickets because I don't know if you remember my confession during another challenge is that I don't like tickets and I don't like stickers. So I'm not going to use them as tickets. I'm going to turn them on their side and then glue them one under the other, and they're going to be pockets or tuck spots. I want to glue my tickets / tuck spot pockets onto a piece of paper before I put them into my book. So I'm going to use some of this paper, which is a shopping bag, and I'm going to just take advantage of the lovely colours that are on that. I love that peachy sort of pink, pale pink, very pretty. And I'm going to glue these on. Don't worry about putting in the comments that they're crooked, because I know they are. But thanks for thinking of me. But yeah, they're not straight. But if you turn your head on the side, they're not too bad. So I'm just using art glitter glue, gluing on 3 sides, popping them on, just eyeballing it, and this is how I get it crooked, of course. I didn't measure, I just guessed, I just eyeballed. And because I'm using art glitter glue, it dries super quick. So you just don't have wiggle room. If you do get something down crooked, it's a bit like using double-sided tape. It's not as bad as double-sided tape though. You do have time to change things if you notice it fast enough, which I didn't. And I look like I'm lining it up, but I think it's a bit of a distortion that happens because this paper is a fair way in front of me to be under the camera, so it's not like I'm looking straight down on it. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. So my plan is to just tear off this excess paper. When I get to do this side, it's a little bit of a problem because there's an overlap, because this is where the bag has been stuck together. So I just turn it over and pull off the second layer of paper and have another go at it. I almost tear it off too narrow. I forgot what I was doing for a minute there. See, whoopsie, just realised. So I tear from the bottom now because I've already made that bit of a tear in the top, but I'm not too worried about that. And of course it's ended up crooked because it wasn't, no, well, it just was. See, didn't tear straight. Had to tear it off at the corner there. Well, you know, it's just given it a bit of extra character. Given it a bit of an ink around the outside, and now I'm going to glue it down using art glitter glue. And this is not going to be a pocket or anything, so it's going to be glued down on 4 sides. And you're going to put some things into the pocket. So this one is too wide, won't fit in, so I'm just giving it a quick trim. I'll keep a little bit of the offcut for my label to go onto. Re-ink the sides of that little card. And then I use the hole punch to give this a ticket-like appearance as well. I've put a couple of bits and pieces into the pockets and I'm just gluing my label down. I've already gone around the edge of the page with a Stabilo pencil. Did that a little while ago actually. I forgot to mention that I'd done it. Now if you have enjoyed this video, if you found value here and it's been of inspiration to you, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you don't have time for a comment, you can just simply leave a heart or a flower, or a smiley face or a butterfly, something cute. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. So here it is, all done. This card has been on my desk and on my desk and on my desk and on my desk, and I pick it up and I try and get it into so many things, but it just never finds a home. So I'm going to have to work on getting that somewhere. And don't forget to check out the hashtag to see what everybody else is doing. What I'm writing down the bottom here is, I know they aren't straight and I just don't care. Alrighty, Have fun in your craft room. Happy creating. And see you for the very last prompt, which is book page. Okay, there it is. I like this one. I'm enjoying these simple ones. Alright. Hugs and cheers from Australia. Hooroo!